Looking for cheap and reliable Madden 21 Ultimate Team coins? Head on over to u4gm.com, Madden NFL 21 coins, and use code SPORTS for 5% off your order. Yo, what's up guys? It's Duke back here from sportsgamers.com, and in today's Madden 21 tip, we're actually going to be breaking down two tips in one. We're going to break down the best passing play in Madden 21 and also the best way to bomb cover 3 in Madden 21. Now guys, if you're looking to bomb cover 3, the ways we could do it last year, not all of them work the same. The deep zones are a little bit different this year. You can still bomb cover 3, but it's a little bit different this year. Like I said, not all the same route combos work exactly the same. Now, you guys remember a day or two ago I broke down a setup I really liked from the gun bunch tight end, PA boot over. Well, today I'm going to show you guys another way I like to run this play. In my mind, this is the best passing play in Madden 21. You can do so much from it, and it has the best cover 3 bomb in the game, which I'm about to show you guys. And you can take this concept and you can apply it to different plays as well. So what we're looking for is basically we want to have our fastest receiver on the outside because he's going to be running the deep post route. Now, before we go any further in the tip, I do want to remind you guys to please subscribe to the channel. Turn that notification bell on so you don't miss out when our videos go live. We do tips and gameplays, videos every single day for Madden 21. You won't find this content anywhere else. And if you guys are really rocking with me, smash that like button. It does help out a lot. In the meantime, if you guys are looking to get better at Madden 21, make sure to check out sportsgamers.com. We have the best Madden 21 tips and ebooks. I really recommend checking out the Madden Vault, guys. We have a lot of great content in there already, and we do 4 to 6 tips every week. It's only $12.99, so you can get it at a great price and stay up to date on the latest Madden 21 tips all year long. So let's get into it now. We're going to show you guys the easiest way to bomb cover 3. So what we want to do is we want to move the ball back a little bit so we have more room to work with. You always, if you're going to bomb cover 3 especially, want to have your bunch. You want it lined up, as you guys can see here, on the wide side, and that's so the post goes to the short side. Alright guys, so we got a few different reads we want to go over here. First of all, let's look at the setup. We're going to block the running back. We're going to put the tight end on a corner route. We're going to put the slot receiver that's triangle on a flat and slant our inside receiver, which is circle. Now, in order to put the tight end on the corner route, you either need a hot route master, a quarterback, or a tight end apprentice or route apprentice. I would recommend just going with a tight end apprentice or route apprentice. It's a lot easier to come by at this point in the game than hot route master. But hot route master is better if you can get it. It's just, the tight end apprentices and route apprentices are a lot easier to get. Anyways, last thing we do is we motion a slant over, and we're going to essentially have a 2-read progression here between the slant and the flat, and then the corner and the deep post. So what you guys are going to see here is that's what I'm talking about. Super easy bomb over the top versus cover 3. Let's go into the replay now to break down why exactly this works, and also just explain how you can apply this concept to other formations. So basically, guys, what happens is the corner route is going to hold the corner on this side of the field. You see how the corner in the deep zone doesn't drop back because he has to respect the corner route? And then our post, he's running across the face of this deep safety. So as soon as you see that, all you need to do is basically just throw a bomb and lead it, a bullet pass up into the sideline. So like here we let it up and to the right. If you want to picture your analog stick that you're leading the ball as a clock, I would say I'd lead it about 1-ish o'clock, maybe between 1 and 2. And then it's just an easy rack catch over the top. Look, very, very easy to rack catch for a touchdown, and we're gone. Now you guys might be wondering, why do I have the slant and the flat? Well, the slant and the flat is really effective in case we either A, just don't have time to get the bomb off, B, they user guard the bomb, or C, maybe we think they're in cover 3, they trick us and they're in a different coverage. That's where the slant and the flat come into play. Because now, as you guys can see here, we have just a quick, simple read over the middle that's very reliable and very consistent if we're not able to get our bomb off. And that's a read that you guys can do against any coverage, right? Now, the bomb is mainly supposed to be for cover 3. I will say that, though, deep post this year, they can bomb cover 2 really, really well just because the deep halves in cover 2 are terrible. So, like, if someone's playing stock cover 2, you also can bomb that. But really what we're doing is looking to bomb cover 2 with this. Now, I'm sorry, cover 3. But cover 2, like I said, just we can do that as well. Like I said, even though this is technically a cover 3 bomb, you can still bomb cover 2 or at least get a huge gain. And the reason for that is just how bad deep halves are this year. You can just widen them out so easily. With the same route combo, we can put the tight end on the corner, block the running back, flat our slot receiver, slant our inside receiver, motion him over. So what generally happens here is I'll notice the user, he tries to stay home to guard the slant. So that just it leaves a huge opening right down the middle for, our receiver on the deep post. Now, even if they don't user that guy or they just drop back, that's going to be a mismatch in speed. So you should be able to get your post over that player even if they try to user that, unless they just have a super fast guy subbed in, which is not very likely the way the user is this year. Or even if a computer is just going to sit in the mid-read, it will get over that. Now, if they use a deep middle zone, it can be a little bit more difficult. But, something like this, you guys can see, look at how this right side safety widens out because of our tight end corner route, right? And then the other one, he kind of just stays at home. So as soon as we see this, we just bomb it up in this space right here. Again, split the safeties, rack catch it for a touchdown. Now, you can even do that against man, cover 2 man also, if your player on the deep post beats his man off the break really good. Again, because deep halves just suck this year. They do not cover anything. They're probably the worst zone in the game, in my opinion. So that is that right there. But I do want to go more in depth with this concept of the slant with the flat. So the slant with the flat is huge because, like I said, that's a consistent read you can do every single time that's quick. If they're bringing pressure, they use the bomb, or maybe you just don't have the time to get that bomb off, or maybe, they do adjustments to take it away. That slant route is all day long, and that's something that works on any coverage. A motion slant beats man pretty good this year. And then when you add the flat into it, if they're playing any zone, this is going to get open. If they're playing cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, it does not matter. It gets underneath hook zones, and then the flat will take any flat zone defenders to the sideline, like you guys can see here. And it's just easy. Now you guys might be saying, well, what if they shade down? If they shade down on their hook zones, it really doesn't make a difference. Like here, we're going to shade down, and you're going to see that those hook zones still don't really play it too well. And at the end of the day, if it looks like a tight throw, honestly, all you have to do is throw a low ball, and you guys can see, like, look, it's going to be there every single time. And that's the same thing whether we can switch to cover 3 real quickly, back to cover 3, and you're going to notice the same thing in cover 3 gets wide open. Same thing with cover 4, I'll show you in a second. It's going to get wide open against that too. So it's really the slant that is the most consistent read here. Yes, we have the bomb, but the slant is super good. I want to switch to cover 4 real quickly, and then after that, I'm going to start messing with my zone drops to show you the last thing I want to break down on the play, which is how effective this little flat route really is, guys. Flats are huge on this year's game. You need to be using flat routes. I really like bunch tight end, especially because it is a great formation to attack the flats. You don't just have to rely on bombs and deep routes, but the flats are there as well. And because you have deep routes and bombs, it really makes this a great passing formation. But here's cover 4, and guys, look again. I know it hit my lineman in the head. That was kind of fluky. We'll do that again. But that is there every single time. Like, that is something they have got to user. And again, if you're going to user that, all that does is it just really opens up our ability to throw these other routes, right? Look how easy that is. If you combine this setup with the setup I broke down a few days ago from this play, you're going to be absolutely unstoppable. Now, one last thing I'd recommend doing on this play is if they're not really giving you the bomb and you want to add another read into it, wheel route your running back too, because as soon as they start, shading up or using cloud flats, we haven't even touched on the corner route. The corner route's another read, but as soon as they try to take the corner route away, if you wheel route your running back, he's going to get great yardage out of the backfield. Look at that. That's a free almost 10 yards. Now, the thing about this corner route when you hot route it is it's a short corner route, and it's going to the short side of the field. So what's going to happen is if they play hard flats to stop your running back out of the backfield, this corner route is going to get right behind the hard flat, yet it's going to go underneath the deep zone. See how it's underneath the deep zone? Easy throw and catch, man. This play is absolutely impossible to defend, and it has many, many setups. I already broke down another one just a day or two ago that you guys should check out. Now, one last thing I want to look at is the zone drops. So let's say that they try to take, their flat zones or whatever they're doing and drop them back, 20, 25, whatever yards, and that's mainly if you're, hitting them with deeper routes, right? So let's look at this now if the zone drops on. You're going to see how far back this curl flat will drop because of the way we turn on our zone drops. Alright, so take a look at this. See how he drops back so far? I can just dump it off in the slot, and I picked up 15 yards without even having to do anything. And that's an every time thing. It could be cover 3 or cover 4. Anything with a flat zone that they have changed their zone drop on, these flat routes will absolutely cook. Again, not having to do anything but literally snap throw it, and you guys can see just because it drops back so far, you can turn upfield and get huge yardage. Now the great thing about this is this will apply to even if you have a flat to the slot or even you're running back out of the backfield. It really makes no difference. The same thing is going to happen. I like throwing it to my slot receivers a bit better, honestly, on their own flat routes. But I mean, like a running back out of the backfield is completely cool too. That got me about 11-ish yards right there. Really, really easy. So this is just a complete play, man. This formation, like I said, is absolutely crazy. I'm probably going to break down a little mini scheme for y'all from this formation. So if you're liking this, smash that like button. And in the meantime, check out sportsgamers.com for more great Madden 21 tips.